All right. So here's a topic that I've been contemplating on recently, and this is how to deal with those who are disenchanted from the church or those who actively oppose the church. Perhaps there are two different categories. But firstly, um, everyone will encounter someone that doesn't like the church for one reason or another. Perhaps they don't agree with its teachings, perhaps they don't want to live its teachings, or perhaps they've received an answer that it is true, but they don't feel that they can live its teachings. I'm going to focus firstly on those that actively oppose the church. I've done a lot of defending Mormonism, so to speak, to such groups. I've talked to those that actively oppose God in general. I've talked to atheist organizations. I've sat on panels of debates with them, and also spoke with many that hold just specific anti-Mormon meetings that want people to join their church and not the Mormons. And regarding those two groups of people, I found the best way to help them realize the truth is through faith. Both instances, because it doesn't really matter what you prove to them through scriptural or through scientific means or through a variety of other sources, because at the end of the day they don't have the faith necessary to act. So let's give an example of an atheist. Someone says, you know what? And there's so many varying degrees of atheist as well. I mean, you can have an atheist that doesn't believe in God because something bad happened to their parents, or maybe they were abused as a child or abandoned, or some sort of factors says if there was a God, he wouldn't have treated me like this. Or you can have an atheist that's purely an atheist because there's a lack of evidence in their mind that there is a God that exists, and they think that everything around is just a matter of natural causes, that one day life just sprang up, or over millions of years life just sprang up. Maybe they're atheists because of other typical held beliefs. They might believe that Christians or Mormons completely disagree with science, and they don't believe in dinosaurs or whatever it might be. And the simple question to ask is, if there was a God, or should they be believing in God, if God were to tell you something, would you listen? And that's what I found is always the key, is should there be a God, should God answer prayers, would you listen to that answer that he gave? And if the answer is at any point no, then there's not a lot you can do to help them to understand God, because God will give answers and he will direct people, but they have to be willing to receive an answer when it comes.